What's up guys, Anatoly is here. Today I want to talk with you about user experience, what you need to do to get sales from your website, and it even important for Google if you want to rank and get organic reach. I spent a lot of time learning about user experience, read many articles, guides, courses, and I want to share this video with you to show the correct way how you can optimize and get results. The first thing what you need to do to think about simplifying user experience, because 76% of customers prefer to have experience with a simple design structure. For example, if they open your website and can't understand what they need and how to find what they need, they usually skip it, leave it, and never regret. 80% of users leave websites for few seconds. That means if you wanna keep them longer, you need to take care about them and provide the best possible experience. That's why I usually recommend my customers to simplify as maximum as possible. How you can do it? For example, in homepage you can add only best-selling products or even one product. For example, I often see when websites submit catalogs, many products, try to sell anything, but customers hate it. Forget about trying to sell anything, just choose best-selling products, even one product, and you can get much higher results. Let me share my screen. For example, you can see apple.com. I think that Apple costs over $2 trillion, and you can see only iPhone in the first visible screen. You can see MacBook, AirPod, or many other products, but if you scroll down, you might find them as well. And other best-selling products in apple.com. That means it's not hard to read, it's not hard to consume. We have a lot of free space here from the left and right side, and only high quality pictures, small text, and Apple can sell their products and get high results. Still, this approach as well, think more about creating the best user experience with simplifying things. I often see when webmasters think that their customers are advanced, but 87% of people are not advanced, and when you know your website exactly, all points, all elements on your website, you need to understand that others might not, even if they can do it. People prefer to save their time and find websites that provide the best possible user experience. My first point, to simplify as maximum as possible. My second point, use free space, and Apple is the best example as well. You can see a lot of free space from the left and right side, and many websites submit a lot of information, try to cover elements in any free space, but forget about this. Think more about simplifying user experience, because when you look on the website, you can see that only one element. You can focus on many other elements. They confuse more than bring results. Learn from Apple. It's a great website with the best user experience. It's not hard, and when you scroll down, you can see two columns, after scrolling 2-3 times, but in the first visible screen only one element, one product, and yes, just consider the same approach. My next tip, use high quality pictures. Apple is the best example as well, but I found another website, unsplash.com. You can download high quality pictures from this website, but I usually don't do it, because stock photos don't provide the best experience. You can find some interesting pictures and photos as well for your website, but it's better to create yourself. You can go to Fiverr or Upwork to find designers, hire them. Some of them can provide great pictures for $5-10. It's not expensive, or just spend time. You can find some great pictures as well, but you need to understand that people don't like stock pictures because they might see them, they're not interested to them, and many other websites can use them. That's why I usually prefer to hire designers and draw something unique. Unique experience provide the best results. For example, imagine, can you watch one movie 2 times, 3 times? It's boring. When you see some new pictures and the second time it doesn't provide good results. That's why it's better to create something unique. You can use Unsplash or many other similar websites with stock pictures if you can find some unique pictures there, but you need to understand that many other websites can use them, or just ask your designer to redraw this pictures and provide something new for your website. Okay, my next point, start with short sentences and phrases. Let me share my website, SEOtools.tv, and you can see that okay, I switch to my article, and you can see that I start from short sentence. The second one is a little bit longer, but the third one is short as well. And when I learned some guides from or read books from Josh Sugarman, many others, and they proclaim that you need to use short sentences, especially in the beginning. I can explain why. For example, when customers or visitors open your website, they usually read a few seconds, and it's much simpler to read short sentence than longer one. The short sentence needs to provide a strong reason to read the whole content, and it's a hook for your visitors. You can imagine that people open your website, they can scan, and when they have short sentences, that means you can it's not hard to consume, and when you hook them, their attention, you can increase user experience and time on your website. That's why I always start from short sentences and give a reason to read the whole content. You also need to structure your content. For example, if you see on my article, I have 6 points, 6 steps. I provide all of them on my website. I have subheadings. Give me a few seconds. I need to okay, I just decrease my size, and you can see that I have free space from the left side, and it's not hard to consume when I have such size and free space from right side. Just imagine that people read books, and it's the same experience. When they need to read like this, like that, they can lose attention. It's not interesting. That's why using free space and structure of website. For example, the intro, you need to give a strong reason to consume the whole content. The main part divide with subheadings and use some logical chains, and of course to write conclusion, all points that you wanna share with your content. Okay, let's go ahead and my next tip, consider EAT. It's very important today. That means expertise, authority, trust. And for example, when customers, visitors open your website, let me share my screen as well. You can see that I submit many my pictures. I have page about me. If you click there, you can see that I submit my picture as well and share some story. Even if you want to know more about me, you can click here and to read even the whole story, but I don't provide this story in the first page about me, because I know that most visitors are not interested with that to read. They want to know my experience, and if you don't provide this trust feeling, don't share your experience, customers can leave your website and find someone else, because they wanna cooperate with experts. Provide your photos, videos, because it increases the trust feeling. For example, if you click on my blog, you can see that I submit my pictures as well, and I have photos of authors who help me to create content, take part in my webinars, audio podcasts. Even more, you can read their bios, check out their websites, because it helps to increase the trust feeling. I often see when websites submit some generic story without pictures, but people wanna cooperate with people, with a human. They are not interested to cooperate with some brand, even don't know their names. That's why trust is very important, experience as well. And for example, you can find my social media accounts as well on my websites, and I share only social media accounts where I'm active. For example, I'm not active on Facebook, that's why I have no account on my website, but I have LinkedIn, YouTube, podcasts, my Russian and Ukrainian website as well. That means when you share your social media accounts, you can increase trust feeling. If you are not active, it's better to skip these accounts and choose 1-2 accounts where you're super active, because when they open your social media and can see your posts for a few months, I'm not sure that it helps to increase the trust feeling. And building links is very important for improving your authority, because Google considers to rank websites when you have strong authority. For example, if you open the top 10 results, you can see Amazon and some unrecognizable websites. I think you can click Amazon or Wikipedia, many other websites, because you know them. It's a strong brand. Okay, and my last tip to test a lot testing. You can use Google Analytics, open behavior, all pages, and analyze these parameters: page views, unique page views, average time on page, bounce rate, or something like this. You can see that even my bounce rate is 80%. It doesn't mean that it's not good, because as I told you, many open websites and just consume content from the one page. For example, if you have some news publications, you need to have low bounce rate, but if you provide anything from one page, that means it's good enough, and you don't need to think more. When you see some bad results in Google Analytics, just test, analyze how you can change it, and testing works if you have a loyal audience. If you have no loyal audience, it's better to skip this step as well, and think more about using some average parameters data from studies. Okay guys, let me know what you think, comment below, ask me any questions, I will reply to all of them, and see you next time. Cheers!